What's up, guys? Team Blind MST here with Dan's pretty much fully built Nekroz. We've just done 2 locals this weekend after getting all the decks, and he topped both of them. He only lost, out of 2 locals, he only lost 1 game, and it's because he's bad. So, take your Dragon Rulers away. Let's go.
Staple 3 Manju. Searches any ritual, monster, or spell, so obviously he's the engine, and he's a rank 4, which works with Unicorn.
You think they're Satella Knights?
I play 1 Manju. A lot of people might play, 3 to add consistency.
That's Senju.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I might cut him for a Dance Princess, which she helps get over the Dijin Lock or Dark Law. So I might cut him. 2 Denko. I don't like 3, and I don't like really 2, but there are some decks out there that still run a lot of back row, and it doesn't hurt to drop a Denko. Triple Brionic.
That money card, though.
You can pitch him to add any Nekroz monster, including Shrit. So, I mean, he can get you anything to get anything. Like, if you need a spell, you can get Colossalus.
What does he do on the field?
When he's on the field, he can target up to 2 extra deck monsters that were special summons, so Cleese if they were special from the extra deck, and it bounces them back to the deck. So, he's amazing against Burning Abyss, and really good against Cleese, too.
Is it worth the price tag?
No card's worth that money. Triple Unicorn. He's really good with Kaleidoscope within Herald of Arclight because he's basically a free monster. On the field, he negates all effects of extra deck monsters, including your own. He's not that good against Cleese because he just boosts Cleese up to the original attack, but he can discard himself to add any Nekroz card in the grave, including the spell. So he's really good. I only played 2 Colossalus. You run Rhoda to get them, and I just don't like 3, because having a bunch of rituals in your hands and nothing to summon isn't that good, so I prefer 2. And when he's on the field, you can target an extra deck monster on either player's turn and make their attack 0. This deck basically just eats the extra deck. Rip shit-alls. I played 2 Trish. A lot of people play 1. Obviously, everyone usually knows the Trish effect. When he's summoned, he banishes 1 in hand, field, and graveyard. Obviously, you have to have a target for all 3 places for his effect to resolve.
But he doesn't target.
It doesn't target, so he's broken. His hand effect is, if a Nekroz card is targeted, he can negate it by discarding himself. So, I mean, it's not really that good right now, but it does come in handy sometimes, like a Snatch Steal. I only have 1 Valkyrius. I played 2. On the field, he contribute 1 to 2 monsters from the hand or on the side of the field, and you draw cards from those. So let's say you have a Shrit in your hand, you contribute the Shrit to draw 1, and then search off the Shrit or whatever. Like if you have a Manju, you contribute the Manju to add, and he's a 2900 beat stick. And he's also a Swift Scarecrow. You discard him and banish another Nekroz in grave and end the battle phase.
What would you take out for the second Valkyris?
Book of Moon.
Okay.
Play 1 Decisive Armor. A lot of people play it at 1, so I don't see any more. I have no reason to play it more than 1 at all. He helps in the Klee matchup, the Mirror matchup, and like I said, I want to play Dance Princess because Dance Princess plus Decisive Armor gets over Dark Law or the Dijin Lock, so I really like it. It's just an alternative out to it. 1 Gungnir. This is probably my least favorite card. Everyone that I see usually plays it at 1. I played at 1. I mean, you could cut it, but it's just, I mean, it's not bad. You can discard it to protect a Nekroz monster from being destroyed by battle or card effects for the whole turn. And when it's on the field, you can discard a Nekroz card to pop a card on the field, which is a quick effect. So, I mean, it's not bad by any means. It's just, it's not that good compared to the others. I played 2 Shrit. A lot of people play 3. When he's tributed, you can add any Warrior Nekroz, so he adds Brio, which Brio gets you anything. And in Graveyard, he can be used as the whole cost through like Examir or whatever. So I like him at 2. I don't like drawing multiple copies. He's searchable, so when I want him, I'll go get him. And then I tech 2 Gores. I wouldn't have won either locals without these. Dark Claw is really real and hard to get over. And instead of playing like main decking Dark Hole, I see a lot of people are playing, I'd rather have Gores. Like, I was playing Burning Abyss and he had triple Dante and a Dark Law. And he's like, I win. And I was like, go ahead and attack. And I dropped Gores and he couldn't get over it. And I ended up winning next turn. I dropped a Trish and double Brio. So, like, this card helps you get over Dark Law. Doesn't help for the Djinn lock, but I usually side this out in the mirror.
Yeah, it's an easy side out.
But game 1, no one expects this, because you never have back row. Obviously, I run no traps, and then, like, it's just really good. They attack with Dark Law, you take 24, you drop a Gores in the token, like. My ritual lineup, I play 3 Kaleidoscope. A lot of people play 2 of each of the rituals. I prefer 3 Kaleidoscope because it helps. Not OTKs necessarily, but just putting more damage on board by using the extra deck a little more, so to summon. And I'd rather have this one in hand than the others. Like if I have a Unicorn, obviously it's a free monster. Play 2 Mirror. The Mirror lets you use monsters in the graveyard or the hand as cost. Like Kaleidoscope uses extra deck if you want, so this one uses the grave to banish or. So he's just really good. If you have a Brio and a Colossus in graveyard, like you can Brio for the Trish, Colossus for the Exomere, and then banish the Brio and the Colossus to summon the Trish. So it's like you didn't use anything. You just deck thin for nothing and then banish 3 from Trish. 1 cycle. You can reuse. You can special a Nekroz from the hand or the graveyard. But the cost has to be from field and hand, so you can reuse Trish. That's why people play 1 Trish, so you can reuse them. Plus, running this one allows you to potentially ritual summon up to 3 times in a turn. Plus, they all grab each other, so they'll also all have secondary effects that if they're in the graveyard and you control no monsters, you can banish the Mirror and a Nekroz card to add any Mirror from the deck. So that's really good.
Broken.
This is your blowout card, especially late game. Like, by turn 3, you already have stuff in the grave. If you're not already winning, this is your blowout card. You draw it, you add Brio, and then you grab the ritual, and then it turns out to be nutty. Like, this is your this is your win condition late game. Triple MST. Cliffworts are definitely this deck's hardest matchup besides the Mirror. Even I've seen Nekroz play a couple traps. I don't agree with them playing traps, but MSTs are in the main deck for a reason. Double Rhoda. Obviously, I play 4 Warriors. I play 4 targets, 2 Colossus, and 2 Shrits. I don't like 3 because then I only have 5 targets, and usually you Brio for a Colossus, which makes 3 targets for 2 Rhodas, so I think this is enough. Plus, like, Colossus and Shrit don't do anything unless you have other stuff with them. Like, just stocking up on Shrits and Colossuses doesn't do anything, or even ritual spells. On my one-ofs, I play Snatch Steal, Regeki, and Book. I'll probably cut Book for the Dance Princess, or even the Senju. And then Regeki, it's like board clearing. It's Regeki, it's kind of nutty. And then Snatch Steal is probably... This card should probably go back on the ban list. This card steals way too many games.
It really does. I've stolen games, and it's stolen me games. It's taking games from me.
I hate this card, and I love this card. Like, drawing this against Cliffworts with, like, Sacrifice, it's just kind of wrong. Like, just taking a monster. It's just kind of stupid. Extra deck. Rank 4s, I play 1 Cowboy, 1 Crazy Box for the Skill Drain, Extinction Knight to nuke, obviously. Ragnar Zero, he's really good first turn against Cliffworts. Dweller, because he goes to 2200. Castell, I think he's the best rank 4 right now in the game. I don't play Lavavo Chain. I probably would if I had it. Actually, I don't play the Djinn Lock at all, to be honest. I don't like it that much. I know it's really good. It's a soft lock, and your opponent has to get over it, but people are maining Double Dark Hole, Snatch, Regeki, Book of Eclipse, Dance Princess with Decisive Arm. There's just so many outs that people are maining, expecting it. I'd rather just build the deck for more consistent, to be more consistent. Like, you never want to open that Dijin thing anyway. One Beetle, because, like, the play isn't that great, that it's overhyped, but if it's there, it's almost game. It's, what, I think 57 to 6,000 damage?
Something like that.
Yeah, like, I know it's not optimal, but if it's free and it's for game and you know it's game, why not have it? You have the room. The one Gaia to obviously overlay over the Exit Beetle after you do the combo. I'll show you the combo for you guys that don't know. 2 Herald of Arc Lights, because you send him with Kaleidoscope to summon Unicorn, and then he adds anything, spell or trap, or monster, Nekroz monster, or spell, which you add Brio. Brio gets anything.
So you literally Kaleidoscope for free.
Yeah, basically.
Broken.
And get a monster. I play 1/6 Synchro. Brings out Brio, because Brio can be used to... He can be summoned by sending a 6. Like, Gungnir is 7, Valkyris is 8, Trish is 9, and Decisive Armor is 10. They can't be used. You can't send a 7, 8, or 9, or 10 to summon them. They have that restriction. But Brio and Unicorn and Colossus, you can just send the exact level from your extra deck. So I prefer to play the 6.
Plus Blackwing Homage?
I play 1 Leo. There's just a bunch because he's level 10. So you can send Kaleidoscope, send Leo, bring out Unicorn and Brio. That's 10. Or you can summon like Gungnir and Colossus, which is just really good. It's just good. Star Eater, he's 11. Valkyris, Colossus. Valkyris, Colossus. There's others. He's just for the Exit Beetle play, and he's also, I think, an 11 as well. And Quasar, everyone plays the Quasar because you can send Valkyris and Unicorn, which is probably the most optimal, or obviously double Brio, or he just helps. Like, Kaleidoscope is nuts.
What's the play? Show us the combo.
Okay. So for this combo, all you need on the field or in your hand is this. And having this in your hand is not that hard. It really isn't. Like, you can tribute a Shrit and add a Brio and then just stock up on Brios, or use a Brio and then get a Brio. Anyway, it's really easy to get. It's not nearly as hard as it seems. And then just get the Scope, which is really easy. You activate Scope, bring out double Brio. You overlay double Brio into Beetle. I believe you then... Well, you send the Quasar from the Kaleidoscope, I'm sorry. In Beetle's effect, when he's summoned, you target a monster in the graveyard and attach it to him. He gains half the attack, so you target Quasar. Attach, he goes to 3,000, because he gets 2,000 from shooting. His effect is you can detach the thing he has attached to him, and then pop a face-up card, so you detach the material Brio, and then obviously the thing that's attached. And you pop a face-up card. That's important. It has to be face-up. Pop a face-up card. Then you pop the card. And then Quasar triggers Engrave, because he was now sent to Graveyard. Which brings out a Shooting Star. And then you overlay Gaia over the Beetle. And then this is the combo. And then you can use his effect to negate or whatever. But he won't come back because he wasn't synchro summoned properly. But you still have...
Plus, you still have a whole other mirror.
Yeah, like, you still have more rituals, you still have a normal, you still have everything. Like, it's, like I said, it's situational, but, like, not having this and then in your deck is just kind of silly. I actually won against Brian's Usend uses this combo.
I opened pretty bad, but yeah, I think you searched double Brio that in just one turn.
Yeah, like I said, it's really not that hard to get double Brio. Side deck. I like it where it's at. I side 2 each of the hands.
How those do for you?
I like them, actually. They're not optimal right now. Not a lot of people are playing them, but, like, I like them against Cliffworts, even though they're not, like, a direct answer to, like, a tribute, because they're obviously the original levels, but, like, this is anything that's rogue, and just... I really like them against Cliffworts. Like, they have to... it gets over skill drain. So if I don't have an answer to skill drain, it's there. I side 3 Max C. I really only side this against Burning Abyss, which you don't need these against Burning Abyss. You already have an exceptional Burning Abyss matchup. But you side 3 cards out, you put 3 Max Cs, and if you draw this against them and they continue to go, they will lose. Like, they already lose, but now they unbelievably lose. Side 3 Twister. This is supposed to be a Twister. I have to get another one, but yeah, I've been siding 2, but I'm going to side a 3rd, so this just helps with Vanities, because Vanities eats this deck alive, and just, and Clifford's too. I choose not to side Fairy Wind. I don't want it to get Night Beamed. I usually keep these in my hand. I don't usually set these unless I know I'm playing Clifford's. And if it's game 2 and 3, they definitely sided out Night Beam. And if they didn't, then whatever. They're drawing dead cards half the time. More power to them. Double Dark Hole. It was either Double Dark Hole or Double Fairy Wind. And like I just said, I don't want my Fairy Winds to be, you know, destroyed by Night Beam or whatever. So chose Double Dark Hole. This is for anything that plays like that spits out Dark Claws really easy, or just I guess the Dijin lock for Nekroz. Like if they're really based around going into that lock, I'll side the Double Dark Hole. And then this is, I think, the MVP side deck card. People might even start maining it, depending on how much Nekroz are played, and judging from the YCS and the regional. Yesterday, this Nekroz went hard, so this card, I mean, people stock up on double Brios, like I just told you, or even like, just, you know what Nekroz have in their hand 90% of the time, because they're searching constantly. So even if you don't, let's say you go 1 for 1, now you know what's in their hand, so you know if they have a play or not, which, I mean, it's hard not to have a play in Nekroz, but this is really good against the Mirror. Even Clifford's is pretty good. I side too many cards for Clifford's, so this probably won't go in, but you said Jews. I said against Brian. It was really good. I just really like this format.
And that's the whole?
That's everything.
What are your opinions on this deck so far, from what you've done with it?
It's nutty. Everyone is hyping it like crazy. This card is like $130 right now.
It's probably, I think it's more now.
It loses to back row, which people need to realize. So Clifford's will start playing heavier back row builds instead of the OTK builds. The format's going to start shifting to like not a slow format, but like definitely not nearly as fast as Burning Abyss was, like Monster Storm wise. So if you guys have any questions, just comment and we'll be sure to answer them. Thanks for watching.